I'm Bryn Joli. I'm a senior as well, and I play right forward.
I'm Aubrey Burns. I'm a sophomore, and I play right forward.
I'm Carly Pettit. I'm a junior, and I play midfield.
I'm Madison Harrell. I'm a senior, and I play left back.
Okay. I'm not too up to date on the positions in soccer, but maybe we'll let you explain some of that, Coach.
Sure, sure.
But right now, we're with Coach Ellen Daly, the head coach of the Kingston Jackets soccer team, and as we mentioned, undefeated and right now in district play and the regular season. And Coach Daly, if you would just tell everyone out there a little bit about yourself.
I am a Kingston native. I grew up in Kingston, went to high school in Kingston. I'm a Rowan County High School graduate. Played soccer my whole life, and after I went to college and decided to go into teaching and came back to Kingston, I took over the Lady Jackets program from my cousin Alec Pickle, who is now the head girls coach at Lenore City. He and I share that fun rivalry in our family. And so I've been with the Lady Jackets now for, I think this is my 7th season that I've been back as a coach.
Okay. Now what do you teach at Kingston?
I teach sophomore English and senior dual enrollment.
Okay, and talk about your family. Do you have any kids or married?
I'm not married. Right now I'm married to my job and to taking care of 20 girls, and they keep me busy and on my toes, and I spend a lot of time with them, probably more time than I spend with any of my other family, but I enjoy it. I am from a family of teachers, so I've kind of always known that I wanted to be a teacher. I'm a 4th generation teacher in Kingston. So,
Does your mom or dad teach?
My mom was a special education teacher for 30 years.
My wife's a teacher and special ed too. My daughter as well is in education.
Yeah.
It's a demanding profession, but you get a lot of pleasure out of it and enjoyment.
It is very rewarding. It's a lot of
that's
work.
the right word.
It is a lot of work, but it is, I think, one of the most rewarding professions because, especially as a high school teacher, I get to see these girls come in as freshmen, and then, by the time they're seniors, they've grown into these young adults, and they're starting to make their own choices and kind of figure out who they want to be. And so we work a lot on leadership and developing those skills and really getting them ready to be good adults in the real world.
Walter?
Soccer is getting more and more popular. It seems like it has over the last few decades. Tell us about soccer in general. A lot of folks still don't know enough about it. Just tell us about soccer in general.
Oh, my parents have watched my sisters and I play soccer our whole lives, and I still have to explain offsides to them. That's a tricky thing in soccer. Sometimes when we have calls in games that some of our parents, they can't compare it to basketball or football. And one of my soccer parents was just telling me the other night that, when she was in high school, she grew up in Kingston too, there was no Lady Jackets soccer program. So she's a basketball player, softball player, and, talking about the differences in that, but still understanding, the importance of being on a team and being a team player. Our program started in Kingston in the late 90s, mid to late 90s, and has been consistent. We've had a good girls program on and off that whole time, but I think probably in the last 4 years we've worked really hard to build our program, and these girls are a big part of it.
Talking about, I don't know enough about that and the other game called hockey, but as far as goalies and that sort of thing, is there any similarities where that sort of thing is concerned?
Yeah, I don't know as much about hockey, but it's a physical game.
A goalies type thing.
Yeah, super physical game. I think aside from football, girls soccer is probably the most physical game, and I think TWSAA would probably say that as well. It's pretty similar to, I think, lacrosse in a lot of ways.
Okay.
We've built a lacrosse program in Rowan County pretty recently in the last few years, and it's about to be sanctioned by TWSAA as well. So there's a lot of crossover, especially for the girls building those programs. They're played pretty similarly, so I think we may have some girls that just play that in the spring for fun.
Okay. Very good.
And our phone lines are open. If you have a question or a comment for Coach Daly, head coach of the Kingston Lady Jacket soccer team, and currently 11 wins, no losses, and 2 ties, and you play in District 5, Class 2A, and
We do.
he was telling me before the show you had a tie last night against
We did.
Cumberland County.
Tough. Yeah, they're in the other half of our region, so we try to play them. They're not, they're not too far up the road, and they always have a pretty consistent program as well. So that's always a really good game for us to get ready for our district tournament postseason play. So there's always a good chance that we may see them again in the future. Cub Whitson, who is their coach at Cumberland County, does a really good job. He's been there for a long time. And so they came to Kingston last night. It was a hard-fought game. I think they have some good physical players. I felt like we dominated in offense for a good part of the game, but we let up some, we had some mistakes in defense that cost some goals, and we let them tied up right at the end of the game. So I think it was a good,
Sort of a high-scoring game,
It was.
4-4.
it was, and I think it was really good practice for us to prepare for district tournament play next week.
And you have one more regular season game, and
We
that
do.
is tomorrow. If you would speak on that.
So we play McMinn Central tomorrow night at home in Kingston. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock. McMinn Central is a good program too. They had a sub-state showing last season as well. So we know that, we may eventually see them, if we continue to play well in the future. So we wanted to give our girls an opportunity to have that level of play before it counted for something, and so we host them tomorrow night, and I anticipate it to be a battle for all 80 minutes of the game. I think they'll be physical. They put up some pretty good points on other teams, so tomorrow night's going to be a tough game, and so we're ready to play that out and finish out our season.
So y'all made the sub-state last season.
We did. We started postseason play ranked third in our district, which we felt like was a little bit low, but we worked our way back through it. We beat Anderson County to start district tournament play, which was a huge game for our girls last year. It was the first time we've ever beat Anderson County since I've been the coach at Kingston. So that was, I think, really rewarding for them, and it gave them the momentum going into the district final then. And so we had to drive to Scott County, which I don't know how you guys get to Scott County from here, but that's a long, curvy road.
We used to go up the interstate,
Oh.
get off, then go
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
wind our way back.
We go up through Oliver Springs up the mountain.
That's
and
rough.
We always hope and pray that by the time we get there, we're not all car sick,
Take the scenic route.
It's scenic, curvy. It's the only place I've ever driven that I've gotten car sick as the driver. So we went up there and played, and I think some of these girls may tell you, but that may be their favorite game that we've played in the last 4 years is when we beat Scott County. They're always a good opponent. It's always a close game, hard-fought game on both sides of the ball. So to beat them last year was really rewarding. We ended up being the winners of the district championship and went on in the region. We ended up playing Livingston and losing to Livingston in the region final. That Livingston has a great program. They're on the other side of our region over towards Nashville.
Yeah,
and then
y'all tied them at the beginning of the season.
we did. We started out with the tie this year at Livingston to start the season. So we kind of started the season with the tie, and we're ending the season with the tie last night. So interestingly enough, probably the two best programs in the other half of our region we have ties with right now. So, that as a coach, I have a lot of anxiety about that looking towards postseason play, because I think we're all pretty evenly matched, and so it'll be interesting in the next few weeks.
Talk about the history of Kingston girls soccer. Has Kingston ever made the state tournament?
We've not ever made it to the state tournament. We've won districts a few times. Before we won districts last season, it had been, I think, 15 years since we had won district tournament play. We spent a good period of time where we were in the same district with CAK and Catholic. And that, as a smaller public school program, that was a tough district to be in for a while. So once we were kind of able to escape those teams, we've had much more success in the postseason. So here in the last few years, we have just built up to winning the district last year and then coming up runner-up in the region.
Walter?
What are the prospects on some of your seniors on scholarships? Is that something that is in soccer? I don't know enough about soccer.
We hope so. I think they have the athletic ability. They have the capability. I think it comes down to a matter of how much money, scholarship money, they would be given, and to weigh that versus what the cost of the program, going to school, tuition, those sorts of things are. I think that's a tough choice for any senior, looking at, especially with a lot of these smaller private colleges that recruit locally, that cost versus reward aspect. We have some really smart seniors. Byrne is very, very smart. And she'll get good scholarship money at a state school if that's where she ends up, but she also has the ability to play at the collegiate level as well.
Probably like your LMUs and your Carson Newmans.
Carson Newman, Bryan College, Tennessee Wesleyan, those schools, yeah.
We're with the head coach of the Kingston Lady Jacket soccer team, Ellen Daly. And Coach Daly, did you say you've been the head coach the last 7 seasons?
I think so, 7.
Okay, and
Starts to all run together,
right, goes by fast. I know.
It does.
Did you coach anywhere prior to taking over the head coaching job at Kingston?
I didn't. I came straight back from college, back to Kingston.
Okay.
So I've pretty much been coaching since I graduated from college.
Okay. Where did you graduate from?
I went to the University of Tennessee.
Okay. What about your playing career at Kingston?
I started AYSO when I was 4 years old. Played all the way through, played up through high school. I played in high school for Kingston until my sophomore year. I had a knee injury that still bothers me to this day.
Going into this season, what was the expectations of your team after that sub-state appearance last year? Did you have a lot of girls coming back?
We did. We lost some key seniors, especially in the defense. We had a 4-year starter goalie that graduated, so we were a little bit nervous about filling those positions. But we also have been offensively pretty heavy, really just starting last year. So, Aubrey is a sophomore. We have another sophomore, Ava Conway, and they both just play to the ball so well up top. And so that's been a big change for us, being able to play heavily offensively, which obviously has been very beneficial for us this season. We put up a lot of goals this season, whereas in, I think, years past, our strongest players were defensive. And, a lot of people say that defense wins games, but you have to be able to put some points on the board as well. And so I think we came into this season with the expectation that we had a lot of really good returning players, a lot of young returning players. And so we have this really nice program right now because we have really athletic girls, freshmen all the way through seniors. And so I think we had high expectations based on how well we finished out last season, but I think the girls themselves probably had just as high of expectations because they realized their potential last season when they played through those hard games and were able to come back from being third in the district and then winning all the way through to get to that sub-state game. I think that gave them the courage and the motivation, and they realized that potential that they had. And so, we started way back last spring preparing for this season. I'm sure you've met Coach Pankey. You know Brian Pankey?
Yes.
Well, our girls love Coach Pankey. I think it's pretty rare that you have a football coach that's invested, the head football coach that's invested in your girls' soccer program. But Coach Pankey gave up a lot of time and dedicated a lot of time to these girls in the off season. He worked out with them all summer and opened up the football field house to them and let them share that space and gave them that attention so that we, started preparing early in the off season, and we've seen that out through the summer, and I think they've put in the work to be successful this season.
We would talk about the upcoming district tournament, and where will that be at, and how does that, you take two teams out of the district?
Yeah, so it's interesting with TSSAA, we went through a redistrict season, and so we ended up lopsided in our region where we have 4 teams now in our district, and the other half of our region there are 6. And so we lost one, and I think they gained one. So it used to be 5-5, and now we're 4-6. And so looking to region play next week, we will start the week with the semifinal game. We have no play-in game. So we finished the regular season first in our district. So we'll be hosting Scott County on Tuesday night at Kingston. Kickoff is at 6 p.m., and that's the semifinal game. Anderson County and Clinton will be playing at the same time at Anderson County. And then whoever comes out on top of both of those games will be playing in the district championship on Thursday.
And both advance to the region?
Both advance to the region.
Okay. What type of style, what's the style of play? Are there different styles in soccer? Do y'all like to play fast, or? There
are different formations. That's something I think that we are still working on in a lot of ways, is balancing out when do you speed up your play and when do you slow it down. That's a lot of game strategy right there, is just knowing what the score is, knowing how much time you have left on the clock, and then adjusting your speed of play to that. Being smart, protecting the ball. We got into a little bit of trouble with that last night and ended up, tying it up right there at the end. But we've actually changed up our formation this year. So in soccer, I think a lot of it has to do with your formation and where your strengths are. Every team has, positions that maybe we're a little bit weaker in, and so you change your formation every year to accommodate for those. And so we've changed our defense this year. It's the first year we've run a different defense since I've been there, and it took a while to adjust. But I think our girls kind of, we've hit our stride in the defense in a lot of ways, and there were some growing pains there, I felt like, but they've done a good job with that.
Okay. So we got some earbuds here. We got a call. Sort this out here.
It doesn't matter which one.
I don't think so.
Well, there we go. I've got my 2.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take this call. Locker room chat. You're on the air. Soccer's great. You know who that is, Coach Daly?
I don't know who that is.
All right, thank you, caller. Got another call? Locker room chat, you're on the air.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I just want to say the McMinn is going to run all over the Lady Jackets.
McMinn
Tell them to
Central?
get ready.
McMinn Central's going to run over the Lady Jackets tomorrow?
Yes, tell them to get ready.
What do you think about that, Coach?
For me, that's a motivation. I don't know about for my girls.
They're going to clap their cheeks.
What do you mean, like what flavor?
You got a McMinn Central fan calling in?
Rather interesting.
Yes.
Okay. What's your prediction tomorrow?
They're going to run all over them.
Going to run all over these Kingston Lady Jackets? Girls, what do y'all think about that?
ready to play this game right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Good locker room material.
Well,
There's no doubt.
well, we don't let people score on us with 1 second to go in the game.
You don't let nobody score on you with 1 second to go in the game? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Some confidence. Maybe a challenge.
How y'all doing this season? How's the Lady Chargers doing this season?
We're good this season. We will run all over them Lady Jackals.
Okay, caller. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, we'll see.
Thank you for calling in.
I want the big boy in the orange. I want his number.
Okay. Talk to you later. Thanks for calling in. Somebody's wanting your number, Walter.
Oh, my goodness.
On that note, we'll take our first.
We're coming to Kingston tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll take our first break of the night. We'll be right back to visit more with Coach Daly and her Lady Jackets. You're watching Locker Room Chat.
Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Cash in your gold now to get the most money. With gold at all-time highs, TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge is paying top dollar for your gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, and coins. And TK Wheeler Jewelers pays cash. Broken chains, mismatched earrings, bracelets, rings, old school rings, gold charms, old watches, and even coin collections. TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge, where you get the most money now for your old gold. So cash in now at TK Wheeler Jewelers, 422 South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
Subaru would like to announce the opening of our brand new, larger facility in Kingston. This new facility was designed to offer unmatched comfort and convenience for our customers. Our service department now offers full tire and alignment services, express oil changes, and a car wash included with each service. We're conveniently located at I-40 exit 356 in Kingston, an easy drive from anywhere in the greater Knoxville area. Earl Duff Subaru, Tennessee's only 10-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award.
All remaining 2021 Ascent models have 0.9% financing available at Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Welcome back into the locker room chat, and we're chatting with the head coach of the Lady Kingston Jackets girls soccer team, Ellen Daly. And Coach Daly, also we'd like to recognize the Kingston boys and girls golf team. They're currently in the state tournament, I believe.
We sent them off to state this morning at the school. We sure did. We are super proud of our girls and boys. This is the first time that our girls team has qualified as a whole team. We've had individuals qualify before, and we sent some girls last year as individuals, but our whole girls team qualified this year, and we are super excited.
Yeah, I know Kingston boys have a really strong tradition of golf, and like to mention the boys team going down. They have freshman Caden Gurney, sophomore William Bacon, sophomore Parker Jones, junior Will Madusky, thank you. Junior Blake Moody and senior Kobe Johnson. Also individually going to the state from Harriman, a senior Charles Waggle. I think we had him in studio last year. Quite the character. But good luck to those young men. Also the Kingston girls have two sophomores, Briley Krause, sophomore Kaylee Lane. I believe she was here in studio last year, and seniors Ashlyn Atkins and senior Megan Settles. So congratulations to those young ladies, and wish them the best in the state tournament. And also switching over to volleyball, I congratulate the Anderson County girls. They won the district tournament last night at Gibbs, and they will be playing a region volleyball match Tuesday, hosting at Anderson County High School. Lady Mavericks have been to the state tournament the last 2 years, finished runner-up last season. So Coach Jamie Smith and our Lady Mavericks going for 3 in a row trips to the state. And the tournament MVP last night was Jace Braden. All-tournament team for the Lady Mavericks, Leah Freeman, Jaden Bullock, Aaron Cantrell. And the regular season and co-MVPs were Braden and Freeman. So congratulations to those young ladies as well. We got another call here. Let's take it. Nope, it dropped off. Let's go ahead and meet these young ladies over here from Kingston. All right, who'd like to go first?
Jocelyn.
That'd be Jocelyn Ruff, senior. And Jocelyn, did that last phone call get you fired up?
Oh, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I think we should show McMinn Central how the Lady Jackets sting tomorrow night is what I'm thinking.
Jocelyn, if you would, you're a senior. Let's talk about the season thus far.
Well, I am incredibly proud of our coaches, how far they pushed us, and our girls. We are constantly supportive of each other, and we encourage one another, and we've worked hard for what we're doing right now. We have constantly, whether we've been in the weight room or on the field, we put in the work for it.
Okay, same question for Bryn Jolie, right? You get that right?
Jolie.
Jolie?
Yeah,
okay.
yes, sir.
Also talk about the season. You're a senior as well, and let's talk about your all season thus far.
Yeah, we've been putting in a lot of work. I think we're in a unique position this season that I haven't been in, at least, where we've always been the underdog, I feel like, and this is the first season where I think we've been on top more, I would say. And it's a different mindset for sure with going in instead of knowing that you're going to need to bring it because the other teams you're not expected to win. And I think that's a harder mental game now for us, is trying to make sure that we are still pushing ourselves every single game and growing. So.
Okay. We have another call, Coach Daly. Let's take it. Locker room chat, you're on the air.
Hey, I'm a soccer player, and before every time I would go out to a game, I would listen to a song, and it'd be like,
all right, thank you.
I think we're getting some prank callers.
Yeah, I think we're getting some more McMinn Central
Maybe.
calls over.
I appreciate their investment in this, for tomorrow.
Okay, Aubrey Burns, a sophomore, and How's it feel to be a sophomore and playing on this team? I know, did you get a lot of playing time last season?
Yes. As a freshman, it was kind of hard in the beginning of the season because I didn't really know what to expect going into high school. But I think as a team, as a whole, we adjusted quickly. But, yep.
What position did you play? Are you playing?
I play left forward.
Left forward. Is that offensive
Offense,
position?
yes.
Aubrey's a big scorer for us.
Okay, I was going to ask you, have any goals this year?
Total this year, I think I've had 9 and 7 assists.
She looks like she's pretty quick, pretty fast.
She is fast.
So how long have you been playing soccer?
I've been playing soccer since I was 4 years old, so probably 11 years, around 11 years.
Okay, let's talk to Carly Pettit, and Carly's a junior. And what position you play again, Carly?
I'm a midfielder.
So you sort of control the ball in the middle, right?
Yes, sir.
Sort of get a lot of assists. Do you have a chance to score playing midfielder?
Yes, sir. I have 12 goals as of right now.
Wow. So you get to attack too then?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Walter?
Well, how long have you been playing soccer?
Around the same amount of time. When I was around 4, I probably started and played travel ball in high school. High school's probably my favorite, though. I love the girls, love the team.
And I could actually ask the coach, but I'll ask you, do you have quarters and timeouts, generally speaking, in soccer? How does that work?
We have 1 halftime. That's our only break after running for 40 minutes.
Play 2 40-minute halves.
Does the clock continuously run, or?
Pretty much, unless there's a foul or, there are very few stoppages of time.
Okay.
Carly, would you like to, you're just a junior, would you like to play in college? Sounds like you're pretty good. I've got 12 goals.
Yes, sir. I hope to. I plan to, as of right now.
Okay, let's talk with Jocelyn.
Madison.
Excuse me, Madison. Madison Harrell.
Yes, sir.
Madison, you're a senior as well, and do you have any pregame rituals?
Pregame rituals, we always count on Annabeth to pray for us. All of us girls count on it. We play games better that way, so, yeah.
What did you think about that McMinn Central call?
Fired me up as well. We always love some good competition. As a defender, it makes me want to shut them down even more, so bring it on, McMinn Central.
Okay. Walter?
And how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since I was 5. I started in AYSO and Upward and all that, so.
And do you play any other sports?
Not as of right now, no. I've played throughout the years, but right now it's just soccer.
And any hobbies, generally speaking?
No.
Okay.
Coach Daly, do you have any captains this year?
Those 2 on the end over there, Byrne and Jocelyn, are my captains.
Okay, and I'm trying to get these names right here. Jocelyn, do you have any pregame rituals?
So a big thing we focus on is our warm-up. That sort of starts to dial in our focus. And a big thing is pulling the girls aside and just saying, hey, this is our time. Let's put in whatever has happened at the school day or what we cannot control outside of soccer and just focus on the soccer.
Do y'all have a team motto?
Not really. We kind of started last year after we played Scott County. The all talk, no sting poster kind of got us saying, let's show everybody how the jackets sting.
Okay. Do you play any other sports?
Not as of right now. I was planning to play lacrosse in the spring because I think they're going to have our first team with the school.
And who would you say is Kingston's biggest rival?
Probably this year, Anderson County for soccer, but overall, definitely Harriman in any sport.
Any sport, And as a senior, what's some of the memories you're going to have playing at Kingston and take away with you?
So we go to a Carson Newman camp every year, and we do just skill work and all sorts of stuff, but we also do a lip sync battle, which has made some really fun memories with the girls and has built an unbreakable bond. And just the friendships I've grown with all these girls is going to last a lifetime.
Walter, you have questions for Jocelyn?
Let's see. I can't recall if you've said how many years you've played.
I actually started when I was like 9 or 10. I haven't played as many years as the other girls, but I still love the sport just as much.
And you're a captain, so you apparently know a lot what's going on. So.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Byrne, what position do you play again?
I play right forward.
Right forward, and you're a captain, and how does that make you feel to be a captain? I guess you're a 4-year player for
Yes,
Coach
sir.
Daly.
Yes, sir.
How does that make you feel? Be looked upon as a leader.
Yeah, it definitely has its ups and downs, and I look forward to every day coming out and getting to play with each of these girls. I think there's a lot of self-leadership on our team. Everybody here, I think, is a leader and comes ready to play every day, so it's fun to get to be in that kind of an environment and culture, but I've enjoyed it.
Coach Daly, talk a little bit about Byrne.
Byrne is a workhorse. Byrne is totally even kilter almost all the time. It takes a lot to get her rattled or to really push her buttons, and she carries that, calmness on the field, I think, a lot. And for younger players, I think that helps them. It's a big transition from middle school ball to high school ball, and so having those leaders like Jaws and Byrne out on the field, and Madison, all of our seniors do a really good job. They've played 4 years for me, and Byrne never stops. She really, whether it's in the weight room, on the field, she pushes every girl during every practice to give her best. And I think they, as seniors and as captains, have set this expectation for the younger girls that they've really just lived into and have really taken it upon themselves. And that's on them. They have just grown into those positions as seniors.
Byrne, you look pretty strong. Do y'all have a weight program? Or?
Yes, we started weightlifting in April, I think, or March.
Yeah.
And we just went, like Coach Daly was saying, through the summer with Coach Pankey. So we were in there multiple times a week for the summer.
So you play forward?
Yes, sir.
So does that mean you play offense or any defense on that, or can you cross?
I'm not good at defense.
Okay. Do you have any goals this year?
Yes, I have 18.
18, wow. So you're the leading scorer?
I think so, yes.
Y'all have scored a lot of goals this year.
We have scored a lot of goals this year.
How about Jocelyn? Are you a defender, right?
Yes.
Okay. Talk a little bit about your other captain, Jocelyn.
Oh, I love these girls. I spend a lot of time with them on and off the field and in the classroom, so I get to see all the best pieces of who they are as individuals. And to get to see Jocelyn, she came in as a freshman and was just, I think she bounced everywhere her freshman year. She had a lot of energy, and she brought a lot of energy as a freshman to a team, which is something that doesn't always happen. Sometimes freshmen, I think, get timid and they don't say, we've had some freshmen that haven't talked the entire summer in practice. But Jocelyn came in and, the girls instantly took to her, and she talked a lot. She had a lot of energy, and she, over the last 4 years, has just become a leader in the truest sense of the word. She works really hard. She expects a lot out of her teammates, and she doesn't ask them to do anything that she wouldn't also do herself. And she's very selfless in that way. And the girls are just really good, I think, about taking ownership of their team and knowing what they want, what they expect, and setting that tone and working hard to get there.
Jocelyn, you're a senior. What's your plans after graduation?
As of right now, I want to attend ETSU and major in business management and get my 4-year degree.
Okay, and Byrne, what's your plans?
I'm planning to attend Tennessee Tech University and major in business management as well.
Would you like to play on the next level, college, or?
I don't plan to. Probably a year or two ago, I just decided to prioritize other things in my life, and that meant soccer was probably not going to be an option for me after high school.
Okay. We got a call here. Let's go ahead. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, this one right here is for Jocelyn and Madison. I got a question for them.
Question for Jocelyn and Madison. Okay, Madison, go first. What's your question?
Defenders.
What's your question?
Hello? Oh, how do they feel about McMahon walking the dog?
How they feel about what?
McMahon walking the dog.
Yeah, they've been undefeated.
Yeah, how do they feel about McMahon walking the dog? Tomorrow night.
How you feel about the game tomorrow night, man? I think she said earlier she's ready to go.
Ready to go?
All right, thank you, caller. Talk a little bit about Madison, Coach Daly.
I'm going to make Madison laugh over there because that's Madison. If I hear Madison laugh, I'm going to laugh no matter what. Madison is, she has been a constant for me for 4 years. I think I connect a lot with Madison and Jocelyn in practice just because I play defense and, I understand that side of the field better, whereas, I let my assistant coach, she handles all the offensive. We kind of split those roles because we have different strengths and, Madison is a player that shows up and gives 110%, even if she's hurting. She's my grandma out on the field. I stretch Madison before every game, and that's kind of our pregame ritual. But she gets out there. She never complains. She always does anything I ask her to do, and she does it with a smile on her face. And, she makes me laugh. She makes the whole team laugh, and she has a great personality. And she was one of those that as we transitioned to this new defense this year, I shifted Madison's position. And so even within the defense, for 3 years for me, she started on the outside, and she knows that role. She can play it no matter what in any situation. And I shifted her to the inside in defense because I had that confidence in her that I know that Madison is going to, she's going to stop whoever's coming towards her, and she is just very calm and collected, and she handles that role really well. We saw that last night. She doesn't give up, and she's an asset back there. Mm-hmm. She's one. These girls, when they graduate, they're going to be hard to replace.
How many seniors do you have?
I have 6.
6 seniors. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Madison, what's your plans after graduation?
After graduation, I want to attend ETSU as well and major in radiologic science to become a radiation therapist.
Okay. What's your favorite subject in school?
Probably English, because Miss Daly is my teacher.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Say that.
And what do you do outside of when you're not playing soccer? Do you have any other hobbies or?
I stay pretty busy. I like to hang out with my friends and family. I'm always in Knoxville. I love being in Knoxville and traveling. I love going to the beach and just, yeah.
Got another call, Coach. I'm almost afraid to take it.
I know.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, I got a question for the team. If they win the big game, are they going to party like it's 1999?
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Woo! Woo!
I think you'll have some fans out there.
My goodness.
We're going to go ahead and take another break. We'll be right back, visit some more with Coach Daly and her Kingston Lady Jackets.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
Duff Subaru would like to announce the opening of our brand new, larger facility in Kingston. This new facility was designed to offer unmatched comfort and convenience for our customers. Our service department now offers full tire and alignment services, express oil changes, and a car wash included with each service. We're conveniently located at I-40 exit 356 in Kingston, an easy drive from anywhere in the greater Knoxville area. Earl Duff Subaru, Tennessee's only 10-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award.
All remaining 2021 Ascent models have 0.9% financing available at Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston.
Cash in your gold now to get the most money. With gold at all-time highs, TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge is paying top dollar for your gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, and coins. And TK Wheeler Jewelers pays cash. Broken chains, mismatched earrings, bracelets, rings, old school rings, gold charms, old watches, and even coin collections. TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge, where you get the most money now for your old gold. So cash in now at TK Wheeler Jewelers, 422 South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
Welcome back into the locker room chat, and we're visiting with Coach Ellen Daly, head coach of the Kingston Lady Jackets soccer team, and she's brought along 5 of her Lady Jackets, so we're going to talk to them a little bit more here in a second. But first, Walter, you had a shout-out you want to give?
I certainly do. I want to congratulate my grandniece, Emily Letford, who won Homecoming Queen at Anderson County High School last week. And they, of course, were playing Knoxville Carter last week. She's a sophomore at Anderson County High School.
Oh, and one homecoming queen.
Wow. So congratulations.
Congratulate her big time. We're very proud of
her. And tomorrow night, Friday night, the OEB Law Game of the Week is Harriman at Midway, and it's a big game in the region. So BBB is going back to Midway. They were there last week, and they lost a close one to Cofield. So Midway, it's a big game for them. I think they're 0-2 in the region. Harriman's 2-1, so it's probably a must-win game for Coach Treadway there at Midway.
Yeah, and the fact Midway almost came back last week in their game 41-34. I guess they ended up losing. I forgot who they lost to. Was it
Cofield?
Cofield. That's who it was, because Cofield got their first win in a couple of weeks. But.
Okay, let's go back and talk to some of these girls. Carly Pettit Jr. Carly, do you have any pregame rituals?
Not necessarily. Just
don't have any superstitions or?
Not really. Well, I wear 2 pairs of socks if that's anything. I can't play without 2 pairs.
Have you played on? Does Kingston have a turf field?
No, sir.
Have you played on turf this year, soccer?
We did at Anderson County and at Clinton. Oh, wait, we've not been at Anderson County. We played at Clinton. That's cool.
Do you prefer grass or turf?
Definitely grass. I think my favorite field is our field. I'm used to it, and I'm not a fan of playing fast on the turf. It's hard to control the ball.
Do you play any other sports?
Not right now. I used to play basketball.
Okay. What's some of the memories you had playing at Kingston? Some of your favorite memories.
I mean, Jocelyn's already mentioned it, but the lip sync battle at Carson Newman, I think we all resort to saying that because it's just a very great way for us to bond, and it's we've won 2 years in a row. Not a big deal or anything.
We're only a little proud of that one.
Who was y'all lip syncing?
Oh, the girls always come up with a mashup of songs, and they choreograph their own dance routines, and they have props and costumes, and they really live into it and really enjoy it, and they make it fun. It's a really good break, I think, from the heat of the summer. We go to camp in the middle of July, and they play 3 sessions a day, and it's a lot of skill work, and it's hot, and the coaches there are really great. Simon Duffy has a really great program at Carson Newman, and his other coaches that he involves in the camp work really well with the girls, and they push them a lot, and we get a lot of growth out of that experience. But then they have this other thing that they've kind of come up with that girls really enjoy, and I think it takes some pressure off, and it gives them some time to bond and hang out, and it kind of sets the tone going into the season. It's right at the end of preseason, and we have a good time and enjoy it.
And Carly, you're a Kingston girl. I guess you grew up in Kingston.
Yes, sir. Always been at Kingston.
How's it feel to wear that orange and navy blue?
Wouldn't want it to be any different.
Who would you say your biggest rival is? Who do you get fired up to play the most?
Probably Anderson County, because it's very tight usually. It's a very tight game usually.
If you would just briefly talk a little bit about Carly. We're getting a little bit on time constraint, but
Carly is she's kind of as a coach, I think she's a once in a lifetime player as a coach. She is incredibly skilled. She's incredibly fast. She works hard. She has a great attitude. She's kind of that whole package. And she had an injury that put her out her whole sophomore season. So she sat out a season and watched her teammates and watched that success and supported them and helped coach them up. And I think that she grew a lot as a player in that, and she has a lot of that skill, and I think that gave her a different perspective of the game. And I think it helped her, and I think it's going to help her. If she chooses to play in college, she's going to have those opportunities. And I think that year really helped her grow as a player, looking at the field in a different perspective.
Talk a little bit about your sophomore, Aubrey Burns.
Oh, we love Aubrey. Aubrey's fast, and then she plays on turf, and she's faster on turf. She is. She's hard to stop when she stops running. She starts running.
Do you prefer turf or grass?
Personally, I prefer turf just because it's faster and quicker play. But I still like playing on my home field, just grass.
Did you grow up in Kingston?
Yes.
So
my whole life.
you like wearing that orange and navy blue as well, right? Grew up wanting to play.
Yes.
Her parents were Kingston athletes as well, so.
Okay. Kingston had a lot of success here lately in a lot of different sports.
Yes, we have. Basketball, football, golf. I mean, we've really. And the last year was hard because everything was so limited. Attendance was limited. We had all these, regulations, and we were thriving in athletics. I think, across the board, the whole year, and we've started the school year that way as well. Football just had its first loss last week, and they're looking to go to postseason play this year as well. So, for me as a coach and growing up in Kingston and coaching now, I think all of the coaches are really supportive of one another, and I think we have a culture in our athletics program that has helped overall.
Right, we got about 3 minutes left in the show, and we're going to do a speed round. I'm going to start down there on the end. Jocelyn, right?
Yes.
I'm going to go real fast, each one of y'all. What's your favorite food?
Pasta.
Literally like every food. I'm not even joking.
Probably pizza.
Pizza?
Chicken.
All right, Madison, favorite TV show?
The Bachelorette.
SpongeBob.
Probably Outer Banks.
I gotta go with Survivor.
Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah, I like Survivor. Favorite place to visit?
Oh, I love Grand Turk.
I like anywhere out west, just all the mountains and everything.
Probably Florida, around beaches and stuff.
Probably Virginia to ski.
Santa Rosa, Florida.
And Madison, you have a favorite band? Favorite music or song?
Favorite song?
Or band?
Well, I like country music, so.
Okay.
I like Alicia Keys.
I don't really have a favorite song, but before games, I like pump up songs.
Okay.
I'm with Madison, country music.
I love Morgan Wallen.
Do you have who's your role model?
I would probably say my Aunt Mandy.
Both of my parents.
Both of my parents.
Definitely my mom.
My mom.
What was your favorite toy growing up as a child?
Probably my kid iPod kind of thing. Yeah, like music. I love listening to music.
Okay. You got 1 minute.
My American Girl doll.
Barbie doll.
I can't remember. Anything outside. I loved being outside.
Probably like Polly Pockets or American Girl.
Yeah. Here we go. We got a little bit of time left. Go ahead and give a shout out.
Well, I just love the Jackets. Go Jackets.
Shout out to my parents and all my teammates, the ones that aren't here, and coaches.
Shout out to my parents and everyone that supports me.
Yeah.
And shout out to our little student section that we have, even if they have kazoos or whatever they have.
The Kingston Crazies have been showing up to our soccer games.
Yeah.
Coach Daly, appreciate you being here and bringing your girls out. Girls, good luck to y'all tomorrow night. Beat McMinn Central. Go to the state.
That's right.
For Walter Stair, I'm John Williams. We'll see you next week on the Locker Room Chat.
Thank you.